Good afternoon, students. I am making this video to see if it'll help those of you that are having trouble accessing quizzes and tests on Honorlock. Um, there's already a video there that was provided by one of our faculty members, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But I don't know if some of you didn't watch it or you're still having issues with it. Uh, let me try to walk you through it myself. To access any quiz or test, you have to go through the Honorlock folder because those are proctored assessments. You're being recorded. Your screen is being recorded, and also your through your camera, you're being recorded. So we're recording to see if you look away from the screen or you have somebody next to you that's not on camera helping you out, or you have another computer there helping you do the problem or what have you. So it's a proctored assessment, so you have to take it through Honorlock. It is your responsibility to to make sure your equipment meets the criteria, and that you have a working camera and the microphone. Okay. And these are for this part of the course. For the college algebra part of the course that begins in the, I think either at the end of the first week or at the beginning of the second week of October. For that course, for the midterm and the final, or maybe for just the final, you're going to need an external camera also that's going to record your whole area while you're taking it. So you need to get the experience about how to enter Honorlock and be able to use it with the equipment that you have. Okay. So those of you that are having issues, uh, you either haven't gone in there and watched the video, or you immediately should have reached out to me to 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 either come on campus or have me answer some questions for you. But you shouldn't do it when you already started the quiz or test and then you're having trouble. Not last second or as a last resort. You know, I made a practice quiz at the beginning before the first quiz so that you could get the experience and make sure your equipment was working fine. Some of you didn't bother to take that practice quiz, so maybe you're struggling and you're asking other people how to do it. So once again, an online course like this one, the exams and quizzes will be proctored using Honorlock with a front-facing camera and recording your screen, and you have to meet all the criteria. Now, let me try to show you, and let's see if it'll help some of you. So you're going to click on the Honorlock folder. You're going to then click on the Honorlock exam list. And so I made a dummy assignment. I called it PQ1, and you're going to launch it. And then you got to meet, I mean, you got to agree to the terms of agreement that, you're gonna get a data uh, collected, and you're gonna be recorded. And then you're gonna run a system check to make sure your system is compatible with Honorlock. So that the browser is correct, that your operating system is updated, and that your network status, which is your Wi-Fi, is at least there's a minimum amount of bandwidth for this to work. I know mine is working, but I'm gonna run it anyway. As you can see, I checked all three, so I'm good to go. Um, After that, you're going to be told what's allowed and what's not allowed. Um, and for this video, I didn't put all the uh, things that I'm going to block because I was unsure if it was going to let me record it with all the security installed. But you might have more security than this. Normally, I allow scratch paper and a calculator. You would not be allowed any of these that are X over here. The calculator should be anything up to a TI 84 and below. You can use any of that. In a little bit, you're going to be asked to take a picture, and then you're going to share your screen so that you can be recorded. So you click here, you you agree to the privacy details. So I wasn't sure it was going to let me use my camera because I have Zoom on right now, and Zoom was using my camera. Uh, I turned off the camera for Zoom. I think it would have still worked, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, it's going to detect your face and take a photo. And now you're gonna go and share your screen. So you're gonna continue, click on the screen, and then share it. And now you're supposed to go and take the assessment, right? So you can click here, and then you're gonna sign in to my math lab. They so all of my courses are here. You should only have one or two courses, depending on which ones you have. You go to your course, you find the assignment that you're gonna take for that assessment. This one is PQ1, and notice it's password protected. Some of you were calling me to ask for the password. Obviously, if you go directly through my math lab without going through Honorlock, it's going to ask you for the password. But then you're not being proctored, you're not being recorded. So that's why I can't share the password with you. But once you go through Honorlock and the little Honorlock assistant is right here, then you say, I have found my assessment, and then you unlock the assessment and it'll enter the password for you. And then you submit. Uh, don't save this password here. That's for your system, so no. And then start the assessment. Remember, you start this and you take it. Uh, Let me just put the answers here. Um, and then the next one. This one is -6. No, -4 square root of 11x. And then that's my last problem. I only made a two-question practice quiz to show you. Then you submit it. Now you're still in honor lock here. So maybe if you click here, it might take you out of it. So once the honor lock session has ended, you'll see this. Then at this point, you would get your cell phone to take snapshots of the work you did because you got to submit written work. I expect the written work to be clearly labeled and numbered, and the work show that you show me should show me clearly how you got to the answer. Okay, so I'm gonna verify that it was you doing the work, right? And if anything doesn't look correct, then I'm gonna reach out to you and figure out what happened. So that's why you need to submit written work. Once you have that written work, you took your snapshots with your cell phone and you converted all those snapshots into one PDF file. So if you don't know how to do that, you need to learn how to convert something to a PDF file. Once you have the PDF file, I recommend you either email it to yourself or you send it to your computer, right, from your phone. And then once you have it in your computer, then you got to turn it in on Blackboard. And it's within 15 minutes of this honor lock session ending. So once you have it done, you go back to Blackboard and you go to the written work submissions. So I I put ours right here, PQ1 written work submission, right? So I'm gonna click on it, then I'm gonna click on view instructions, and then right here is where you're gonna submit the written work. Since it's a PDF file, you want to attach it as an attachment. And I don't actually have a PDF file that's uh that's the written work, but I have some several that PDFs here. I just chose this one. Look, I called it written work PQ1, and then I'm gonna notice it's a PDF. I'm gonna save it, and then you should be able to see a preview of it if you did it correctly. So this is my PDF. Obviously, that's not my written work. I just uploaded a PDF that I got from STC, and then you submit it right here. So right there, your submission was successful, uh, and you can close that now. And that's it. That's what you got to do for every quiz and test. Um, r- Remember, our quizzes and tests are due at 8 p.m. So don't start your actual quiz or test that you got to take in my math lab through Honorlock, and then I don't know. Let's say you started at 7, and at 8 it closes. Once it closes, that means it's 8 o'clock. Well, this link for the written work has also closed. So don't take it right at the last second. You gotta give yourself at least 15 minutes after you finish the actual quiz to still have time to submit the written work. So I hold you guys accountable to be able to do that way. Um, if you still have any questions, especially if they're technical questions, you either got to call distance learning or there's an Honorlock tech support. If you want to, you can come on campus to my office uh, at the Pecan campus in Building Y, but you got to go during my office hours or 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 schedule something that we agree on. But it's all up to you. You are responsible to have that working. Okay. If you miss a quiz or test because you didn't allot the correct amount of time or you didn't verify that your system and your equipment is working properly, well then that's on you. I can't be given extensions all the time for that. If I make a mistake, and sometimes I may, then I will extend something, but none of the stuff I've done has been incorrectly assigned. So please, if you're committed to this course, understand that for online assessments, they have to be proctored, and we're using Honorlock to proctor them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact